Hi Virgo, welcome. This is going to be a reading regarding your person's feelings towards you. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. These are general messages. May not resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate, feel free to check your other placements, your other signs, to see what comes up for you. What is going on with Virgo's person? Okay. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. This is looking good. Okay. Forgiving and learning as you release and heal the past. You experience more love in your present moment. And stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I feel like there is a situation for some of you where there could be a separation or a disagreement where it could be a thing where you guys just kind of don't know each other all that well, or there's still things that you guys don't know about each other and you're still kind of learning about each other, you know, in this relationship. So it's like, for some of you, this could be a relationship that's been going on for a long time, maybe years. Maybe there's things in the past that you haven't forgiven. But I feel like there's this whole thing where you guys kind of don't know each other that well. Even if you've known each other for years, there's still things that you're finding out and learning, or they're learning things about you still. But I feel like with this card here, it's like all you have to do is be positive about this connection. It doesn't look bad. It looks like there's stuff that happened in the past for some of you, but it doesn't look bad. It looks like misunderstandings and stuff like that. But there's still a lot of passion. We also have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So clearly there is a lot of good here in this relationship. Like, you guys are able to always reconnect and have fun. But of course there are some like serious layers to this where there's things that happened in the past. So let's see what else we have for Virgo. Okay, yearning. Longing for someone, undesired separation and pinning. We are falling in love, kissing the divine in another, in yourself. This is about self-love here. If some of you are in this yearning stage where you really want your person back, you're kind of not liking this separation, this is supposed to be a time of you, getting to love yourself more, to be able to handle separations, rather than thinking about the other person. It's time to think about yourself. Just for now, you should think about yourself all the time, but the focus right now, if you're separated, should not be on the other person. It should be on you, This is like you time. The relationship can mend at any time. The person could come back around at any time. Right now is you time, okay, if you're separated. So we have reflections. What you contemplate can actualize. This connects with this card here. Staying positive, thinking positive, and having that bring you romance. It's like, if you think negative, you're not gonna get the results you want. And when it comes to pinning and undesired separation, we tend to, like, when we are thinking about wanting someone back or wanting something in our lives, we're in this state of lack. So we're just attracting more of not having that person, not having the things we want. So it's like, what you contemplate can actualize. You would think that you're manifesting this person back by thinking about them, but really you're kind of manifesting more separation because you're thinking about the separation. So you're contemplating that, and that is what is happening. So it's a time to kind of pull away from that and focus on you, because the connection looks fine. There may have just been a disagreement, but it's going to be easy to get back to that stage once you kind of just let go and realize that that's all it takes to reconnect, So let me see what we have for you, Virgo. How does Virgo's person feel about them currently? What are their current feelings towards Virgo? How does this person feel about Virgo right now? Could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Some of you. How do they feel about Sagittarius? How do they feel about Virgo right now? Okay. I'm seeing that what you need to know is that this is a soulmate connection. Okay, there is a deep bond here with this. We have this Two of Cups. I'm like stuttering. We have this Two of Cups here, so there is this this deep connection. I feel like with this being in the position of what you need to know right now is, you know, to think positive. You know, have a positive outlook. This is a deep connection. You are connected spiritually with this person. Everything's fine in that part, in that area, you know. So there's no need to think anything negative there. Again, we have Temperance, so it could be a Sagittarius or a Leo with strength. But I feel like this person, we have a lot of threes here. Well, we have 2 threes. But it's like they're waiting for something, okay? They're kind of contemplating and waiting to see what happens. The way they feel about this relationship is the Queen of Cups, so they do have a deep emotional tie to this relationship. They do think a lot about this relationship. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here. So this person does really want this. They do feel like this is a deep connection, a spiritual connection. They're seeing you as the Eight of Swords though. So they might feel like you're kind of stuck in your head about something. They might feel like you can't let go of the past. I feel like it's connecting with the Forgiving and Learning card, that you might be holding on to something from the past. They're seeing you as kind of stuck here, kind of stuck in your in the mental conflict kind of energy, right? And they feel like it's like they want to be more playful and they want to get to know each other more and be passionate and all that, but they feel like you might be stuck in the past, and it makes it hard for them to be that playful person and bring back the excitement in the relationship. Okay, we have the Three of Cups here. This person, they might be holding back on reconciliation right now. And I feel like it has to do with that Eight of Swords as well. I feel with the Queen of Swords, this person is trying to... I feel like they're really trying to gather their thoughts and that they're not ready to reconnect just yet. They're definitely in this thought process. The emotions are open, everything is fine there. But they're really thinking about this during the separation. Like, so if they're taking a while to reconnect, it's because they're doing a lot of thinking. All right, and this person, they want to, when they return, they want to return with a real game plan, you know, like to really make this work. So that's why they're kind of in this thinking process right now, not trying to come forward too soon, you know, because they have this idea that it's going to be, that when they do return, that when they do make the effort, it's going to turn out perfect, you know. And so they're just kind of taking their time right now. We have the Knight of Pentacles. They're really taking their time. They're really trying to think things through, trying to get it right this time. Okay, we have Judgment. This is like a reconciliation card. So with this being the outcome, it does look like eventually they are going to get to that point where they can kind of renew the relationship and bring back the fun, you know, forgive, hopefully have you forgive them or them forgive you, whichever way it went. but right now they're just thinking, you know, the emotions, the emotional aspect of the relationship, their feelings, it's fine. You know, they still feel connected, they still feel this bond, this love, but they're just doing a lot of thinking right now. So let me clarify these. Why is the Three of Wands here? Three of Wands. Oh my gosh, stop. Three of Wands. Okay, I feel that one. I feel like they walked away to do this, to do all this thinking, you know. They may have felt like it was the best thing to do, to kind of step back, regroup, and figure out how to make this work. Queen of Cups. Could be dealing with a Leo. You see, we have the Ten of Cups. So this is just an abundance of emotion when it comes to how they view the relationship, but also they feel the need to kind of protect themselves, to kind of be on the defense, you know, and it's like the relationship is kind of changing, and when relationships change, it brings a lot of discomfort, you know. It usually starts off with separation, which brings a lot of discomfort and all of that. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, but they feel that they just felt the need to step back, you know. Their emotions remain the same, but they felt the need to step back. It's like there's change happening right now. Maybe it's to do with the retrograde, which thank God is, I think it's over tomorrow. Oh, today? Is it over today? Today or tomorrow it's over, I think. Yeah, thank God. So maybe with Judgment, that's why, you know, they might come forward during the month of March. You know, when the retrograde is over, there's still like a few days after where it's kind of still wearing off. So maybe it's towards the 20s of March where they kind of return, where the communication gets better. But right now, you know, it's like I feel like they just felt the need to step back and think things through. Why is the Eight of Swords here? The Eight of Swords. Yep. Kind of thinking about the past, crying over spilt milk. They feel like you're stuck in a bad space mentally, like the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups. This is all about endings and loss. So they feel like you're kind of stuck in that, you know, maybe stuck on the past, stuck on thinking about bad things that happened, endings and losses. Maybe you had something happen in your career or in your family that made you really sad. You may have had a loss. If you have experienced a loss outside of the relationship, they may be giving you your space. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. Some of you, it could be a long distance connection, but this person is, they're feeling like you're also trying to figure things out as well. I feel like they want to give you space to figure things out, and they want to give themselves space. Okay. Three of Cups. Three of Cups. Judgment again. You see, they're kind of holding off on the reconciliation at this time, like right now. They're kind of holding off when it comes to coming back to you. I feel like they still have a lot of thinking to do. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So they do want to reconnect, get back to the stability and everything, but I feel like there's something, like they feel like it's just not the right time. Page of Pentacles. They have this like idea where they can, if they're really take enough time to think things through, they can move from this rough place with you and go to a more calm place. I feel like their ultimate goal is to get to this playfulness and get back to the passion and the happy times in the relationship and stability. And I feel like they don't want to make a move until they feel like that's going to be accomplished. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Because I feel like they are holding off when it comes to reconciliation at the moment. Okay, I really feel like for some of you, this person might think or fear that there's a third party involved. You know, they might feel like it's either they feel like you're juggling or you are accusing them of juggling, having someone else in the picture, or this could have been something that happened in the past where there was betrayal in the past. There could have been someone else, and that is why the forgiving and learning card is here. But I'm seeing something to do with like juggling and another person and it being a shocking thing with the Tower. But I also feel like this person is just really deep in thought, trying to figure out how to make this work, especially if there was betrayal in the past. It's like, how do you come back from that? Why is Judgment here? Judgment. You see, we have the King of Pentacles, my favorite dude. And there's the reconciliation, you see? So when the Judgment comes in, this is when they finally figure things out, you know? This is like towards the end of March, maybe in beginning April. But this is them coming forward finally. This is them having things figured out. The King of Pentacles is serious. He knows what he's doing, he or she. And, you know, that's when they're ready to make a move. That's when the veil has been lifted. They're no longer confused, no longer in this moon energy. It could also be that they come back around during the new moon, which is, I think, the end of March. So, yeah, looking at March energy, March time, end of March time. But it could be, you know, the new moon, after the new moon or during the new moon, this person kind of returns or feels like it's time, you know, it's time to start fresh. Because the new moon kind of brings in that fresh type of feeling, the desire to start over. Okay, so right now they're just in this Hangman energy, kind of just hanging around and waiting for the right moment. Okay, so we have Leo energy, we have Scorpio, we have Leo energy twice actually, Sagittarius, and Pisces so far. Let's see what else is going on with this person's feelings. How is this person feeling about Virgo right now? How are they feeling about Virgo? Okay. They're definitely missing you with the Six of Cups. I did see the Page of Wands just now, which means they are excited for the new beginning, but I feel like they want it to be exciting, like they want the fun back, and it's just not fun right now, so they kind of put off. Again, with the Strength card, the Leo energy, it does require, it does take a lot of strength for them to be away from the relationship. Don't think that they are happy without you, you know. It's taken a lot of strength for them to be separated from you, but I feel like they feel like it's the best thing to do. Six of Cups, okay. So them missing you, and they just want it to be the Page of Wands again. It did try to come out, which is why I was talking about them wanting the playfulness. Like they want this playfulness to come back in the relationship. The passion, the fun. They feel like they have control of the situation. Yes, they miss you, but they are able to kind of stop and think things through and come up with the best plan. That's what they think. That's what they feel. Okay, so how are they viewing Virgo right now? How is this person viewing Virgo? How are they viewing Virgo? Okay, we have the Three of Wands again. This Three of Wands is really telling me that there is something coming. So with the whole reconciliation thing and that they are actually planning to return, that's why the Three of Wands is coming up for me. That's why I feel it's coming up, because it's like they are really thinking about coming towards you, but it's like not right now. So for me, it's like they're thinking about it, but it's not going to happen right now. Okay, it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's more likely to happen the end of March, going into the beginning of April, you know. So that's what that's saying to me, that it's going to happen, just not right now. You know, there's a little bit of a wait. So again, they just kind of see you as closed off and kind of, I mean, the Eight of Swords again, this is how they're seeing you. I asked the question twice and it came up. So I feel like they really see you as kind of being stuck in a position. I'm not sure what's happened with you, but they're seeing you as kind of stuck. I feel like they want to give you your space as well, and also give themselves space to think. All right. Let's see. The Ten of Swords again. I did clarify the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords came up. So I feel like you may have gone through some kind of loss, either it's the separation that is a loss for you, or you've lost someone or something, like a job or something, but you're going through some kind of loss. It has you kind of stuck, at least as far as they're concerned. And I feel like they want to give you your space. Okay, so let me see what we have with this deck. What's going on with Virgo and their person? You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. A personal issue reaches resolution. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries, full moon in Cancer. So we have Aries, Cancer, fellow Virgo possibly involved. But maybe there was something in the past that made you feel like you were not good enough. There could have been betrayal, you know? So it could have something to do with you forgiving them and being able to move forward, and kind of being stuck in the past energy, which is normal. We have, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio, balance spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. I think this is going to be a full moon in Pisces tomorrow. I think full moon in Pisces is tomorrow. I know it's a full moon. I think it's Pisces. I'm sure, yeah, it's Pisces. It's Pisces. So that's good news, because this could be, you know, full moons are a time to release. So maybe you are releasing, you know, the negativity of the past and being able to move on. So maybe, as I said, like, and it's going to get deep right now, but, you know, at the beginning I said separation is you time. You know, it's time to focus on you. So this is like the time where, I mean, the full moon, there's no better time if you want to release pain, if you want to release anything. There's no time like right now. So you're alone right now for a reason. It's time for you to think about the things that you want to release. And look at this. It's time to release negativity. You see what I mean? So it's like, with balance, spirituality and practicality, it's like, yeah, you might be a more practical person. Maybe you're not as spiritual as some. Maybe some of you are, but for those of you who are not, it's saying that there needs to be like a balance of the two. To say you're kind of someone who lives more in the physical, maybe it's time to like try out and see the moon's energy like on the full moon, kind of like write down, I release this, I release that. You can look up on YouTube for full moon ritual videos. There's a lot. That's how I learned about it, because I didn't really know much about it or focus on it, and it just kind of came into my life, and I found it to be very powerful. So you can also look up those full moon videos and the things that people do to release certain negative stuff, and release all the bad stuff out of their life, basically. So this is like your moment to like do that, or do something like that, where you're just zooming in on yourself and being able to release things. This is not a time to be with your partner right now. This is a time where if you really wanted to be able to release the past and move on with this person, now is the time, the perfect time to be separated, because now we have this powerful full moon, and there's no better time than now to release whatever you need to release to be able to feel more comfortable in this relationship. Maybe some of you even want to release this person, I don't feel that, because we have pinnings. Some of you are probably pinning them, or maybe they're pinning you. Maybe they don't want you to leave them. But either way, it's a time to release. There's a reason for the separation here. And these cards came out like by themselves. I was only supposed to take out 3, so this is an important message, about releasing, specifically on March 9th, tomorrow. Today is the 8th for me. So tomorrow, just poked my ear. So tomorrow is a good time. Like, there's no better time. And also the full moon energy goes on for, I think, 3 nights after the 9th. So it will be the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, maybe the 12th. So you have all that time, to release anything bad. We have show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius, could be dealing with an Aquarius. But maybe this is about opening up to your person, Maybe once you release those things, oh my God, it's getting even deeper. The spiritual release, and then the practical side of this could be, once you've released... Sorry, it stopped recording. Okay. It stopped recording at the worst time, because this is like the most deep part, all right? So, the spiritual side will be like using the moon to release, the negativity. But then the practical side is you kind of speaking to them and telling them how you feel, telling them how you feel. So that's a practical way of like releasing, like speaking and just letting it out, verbally to your person, or maybe even to like a therapist or your mom or a friend, someone who you could speak to. So there's the spiritual side of releasing it, and then there's the practical side where you kind of speak to someone and like actually release it, So just release whatever negativity is kind of holding you back, because you are stuck, with this 8 of Swords. It came up twice, so releasing is important. Let's see what we have here. Messages for Virgo. We have helpful people. So you see there is someone you could speak to. There's someone who wants to help. We have meditation brings answers. We have be assertive and peaceful resolution. So maybe meditate, get your spiritual side going. Maybe meditate tomorrow. Meditate on the situation. Be assertive, open up and speak about how you feel. Again, releasing it in a practical way. And then we have peaceful resolution. So all the last cards, the Judgment card, peaceful resolution, they're all speaking of how this is going to all come together. So it's like, I just strongly feel that this separation is for a reason. It's like some of you may have asked how you can free yourself from this pain or the past, or from freeing yourself from being stuck. And here's the answer, it's full moon time. It's time to release. That's how you can release, okay? And also by speaking to someone. But it's definitely time to take action. We have peaceful resolution, and a personal issue reaches resolution. This is going to be fixed, but you must let go of past issues. You must spend that time with yourself, really thinking about things and trying to release them. Well, not trying, actually releasing them, you know. So then you can start thinking more positively, and you won't be attracting the lack, because you'll understand why that. When you understand why the separation happened, you won't have to be yearning for the person. You can have an understanding, okay, this is why it happened, this is what I need to do, and everything will be fine after that. And then you're no longer living in the lack of the relationship. That's when you can actually manifest them back. So when the new moon kicks in, which is the end of March, that is the time. Well, the full moon is about releasing, the new moon is about bringing things in, and that's when, you know, you can start manifesting the good things in your life. And I feel like that is when this person kind of comes back around. I just feel that, like, that's the energy, the new moon energy. I feel it's going to bring this person around. It's going to make them feel like it's time for them, you know, after this waiting, they're going to feel like it's time to actually come forward and reconnect. And if you've released everything that you need to release by that time, then it will be harmonious, you know, you'll be feeling good, feeling better. They'll sense that, and that playful energy can finally, the playful energy that they've always wanted here is finally back, you know. It's like a formula that you have to get it right, you know. Not that any of it is your fault, but I do feel like you do need to free yourself of anything from the past, any negative energy from the past. Okay, so Virgo, these are the messages I have for you. This is how your person feels. Check your moon, Venus, rising sign if these messages didn't resonate with you, or if you want to know what else is going on with your person. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thank you so much for watching.